Good morning. Today I'm going to bring you along with me on Good morning. Today I'm going to bring you along with me and we're going to see what we can get into. I know we're going to start the day with some production work. So I'm going to get these machines fired up and we'll bring you along for the ride. So let's do it. Alright, let's get these files open. We are doing strategic. So I'm going to run through these are all of our drawings for this project. Only a couple items. And so one of the first things I do is copy these items from the original drawings, and then these are the ones that I'm going to manipulate slightly to be able to make a print file. So I'm going to get rid of my measurements. They're shown on here, and everything that I do is drawn to scale. There's a quantity of one of these, except for this one gets 2. This one I ordered the substrate pre-cut, so I'm going to add a little bit of bleed to these. So they're 36 by 53 and a half. I'm gonna go 36 and a half. 36 and a half by 54. And that happens to be the size of my media, which is a little unfortunate. So we're gonna have to print these like that. But I'm gonna throw these logos up here, and that's gonna take up some space. I'll have a little bit of space left over if I want to print something for myself, or you know, whatever it is. So we're gonna contour cut and set up our kiss cut knife, which is the blue outline there. And then that had a white outline on it because it's going on a door, but these ones we're going to set up an outline of bleed, which can't be too much. Oh, 75. That outline, boom, boom. Alright. So what I do is set up an outline, and then add my contour cuts on top of that. We're going to contour, kiss cut tool selected. So anything that I'm going to be cutting out on the Suma, I usually set a box to cut around the outside of it as well. because I'm gonna, after I weed these out, I'm gonna transfer tape these and then run it back through the Suma. Just barely fits. All right, I need to change the media out here and on the printer, so let's go do that. Alright, now we're going to set this up to be laminated, and then we'll move on to cutting. Alright, so this may seem a little unconventional. The laminator is not fed through, and I've explained this before, but for me, I do a lot of smaller jobs, switching between laminates all the time, so I really don't feel like wasting time or money webbing the material through the machine, because ultimately you're going to waste a bunch, and I find this way just a lot easier. So let's get this laminated, and the material actually just showed up for the two bigger signs, so we'll be able to apply that and get this whole job ready for install. All right, here we go. All right, there's everything laminated. Now let's get it over here into the Suma. masked and squeegeed. I'm going to put it back into the Suma. It's going to cut out those rectangles and the bigger rectangles. And then we'll be ready to mount the big prints to the aluminum composite material. So let's do that. Our material supplier for his cutting, so I got these pre-cut. So now we can take these. We'll get this masking peeled off, and then we'll mount these prints on there. I usually stick out the first 12 inches or so, and I did a 1/4 inch bleed all the way around this, so I'm just going to look from underneath, set up a 1/4, set up a 1/4, and drop my roller, and then I'm going to check the other side just to make sure that all feels good. And there's one of them. Gonna bring it to the edge here. Knife, I just snapped this blade. Gonna get my knife right on the edge. Pop that through. So one of the things I've learned to do is take production photos. I've never really had an issue, but it's good to document what you produce. So, you know, by the time you go install something, you could go back to those photos and see if maybe you were missing an eye dot or a letter. You would know that you didn't have it when you left the shop, and you certainly didn't have it when you installed. So some things like quantities, colors, you know, especially if you're not going to install it either, it's kind of like, this is what I produced, this is what I gave you. So, you know, if someone says they didn't receive everything or whatever the case may be, it's good to document it so that you know what you produced. So I typically lay everything out and stand up on one of the tables and just get an overview shot of what I did. It doesn't have to be super pretty, but it's nice to just document what you have. So now that that's done, I'm going to reach out to the customer and set up the install. Probably going to be in a couple days. So once that is set up, I'm going to try to take you along to that install. Not sure if that's going to work out or not, but we'll see. Figured at least to get the outdoor signs on video. Probably won't be able to get the indoor ones on video, but like I said, we'll see. So I will either show you that or this is going to end here.